I'm running your way, but you push me away. Your lifeline, losing your mind. I'm here for you, babe. I've loved you the same this whole time. So tell me, what's on your mind? And I'm not here to hear you say you're fine. I can take the pain you hold inside. They left you bare, but I'm begging you, stare in my eyes for you. Yeah, I'd give my life. And I'm not here to hear you say you're fine. I can take the pain you hold inside.
Well, what is going on, everybody? How are you tonight? Woo! That was, let's be honest, who is so tired of school and midterms right now? Yes, yeah, listen, you all here in person tonight, give your neighbor like an air pat on the back. Like just give them like an air pat on the back, yeah. Because you all are the ones who are here tonight in the midst of crazy midterms. And so you all are the MVP. Look at your neighbor and say, you're the MVP. Yeah, you are the MVP. We need to give a huge hello, though, to our friends watching online. There's a lot that are studying for midterms, a lot that maybe aren't feeling well. So let's say hi online. Let's look to the camera in the back, and everyone say hi online on the count of 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Hi online. We love you. We're so glad you're here watching now or watching later. I said there's a few that aren't feeling well, so here's what you need to know. Quick update. We have had a COVID exposure. Don't worry, you're all like, oh gosh, I'm leaving the building. No, you all are good. We are good. Our tech team here at church, can we make some noise for our tech team real quick, by the way? Yeah. And a lot of them, I'm not talking like the tech team that's here tonight. I'm talking like our tech team, like you don't even see a lot of these people. They are incredible. But they had come into contact with someone who tested positive for COVID. And so that means that a lot of our tech team, we have like our healthy and non-exposed team back there. So everyone say hi to the tech team right now. They're awesome. They're filling in on some spots that they might not be used to. But also, here's what this means. This means that our friend Kyle, our amazing worship leader Kyle, got exposed as well. So for tonight, we don't have worship. Say, aw. I know, so sad. But guess what? Next week, we'll have worship again. Say yay. Yay, yeah, we'll be back next week. So we need to say hi to Kyle in case he's watching right now. We need to tell Kyle you miss him. Look at the camera and say, hi, Kyle, we miss you. Kyle, we miss you. We love you. We can't wait to see you here again soon. So here's the deal. I'm Taylor, by the way, if I didn't get to say hello to you. And we've got a great night tonight. We got a game that we're going to do. We got a lesson. And then to kill some time, because we don't have worship, so we got some extra time tonight, we're going to do a video scavenger hunt that I promise you is going to be just absolutely amazing. And then we're going to have small groups. So we got a good night tonight. But we got to do this game first. And this game, not going to lie, can y'all keep a secret? I love how honest some of you are. Some of you are like, no, I can't, don't tell it to me. But we got a game tonight that I've been looking forward to since I found it. So last week was the inauguration. Last Wednesday was the inauguration, Joe Biden president. And something happened during the inauguration that I think was healing for America. I think something happened that brought two divided sides together. And his name is Bernie Sanders. His name is Bernie Sanders. And I don't mean anything politically that Bernie Sanders has done. I mean just Bernie being Bernie. You all have seen the meme by now. It has been like in 5 million different places. And so we're going to play a game tonight called Where's Bernie? And so here's what we're going to do. Here's how this is going to work. I need two of the most observant, eagle-eyed people in this room. And what you all are going to do, let me explain it. What you all are going to do is you're going to have to look at a screen. One person will look at this screen, another person will look at this screen. And there's going to be a picture with 9 different sections on the picture. They're going to be marked. And you're going to have to find where Bernie is hiding in the picture. When you think you found it, you are going to rush over from your side and hit the buzzer, either this one or this one. And you're going to tell me which quadrant you think you see Bernie in. We're going to do a few rounds. Person with the most points is the winner. Sound good? So I need 2 eagle-eyed people. You look very excited to play this game. Yeah, you. Come on up. You. When I said this game, you look super excited. So you're going to come up and then, hey, one more person. I got Brandon. I trust Brandon. Eagle-eyed Brandon. Yeah, come on up. Okay. All right, here we go. So we got Annika on this one. Annika, this is your buzzer. And we got Brandon on this one. Brandon, this is your buzzer. That one's my favorite, not gonna lie. So here's what's gonna happen. Annika, this is gonna be your screen. Brandon, this is gonna be your screen. Okay? When you think you see Bernie, your job, I'm gonna move these before they go knocking everywhere. You're gonna have to run over and hit your buzzer, and I'm gonna give you the chance to say where you think Bernie is. If you're incorrect, the tech team is going to throw up an X. Tech team, practice with me. Tech team, you're going to throw up the X right here? Throw up the X. Yeah, they're going to throw up the X, yeah. If you're right, our tech team's going to reveal the answer, and then we'll move on, okay? Sound good? All right, and you need to cheer on ladies cheer on for Annika. Let's practice. Ladies, cheer for Annika. Yeah. Gentlemen, cheer for Brandon. Wow.
I got high expectations.
The guys are behind you tonight, Brandon. Look out. All right, here we go. Here's our first one. Tech team, put it on the screen. Joe, you can't yell it. The crowd can't yell it out. Yeah. All right, where?
He's at 6.
Annika says he's at 6. Tech team, is that correct? That is correct. Annika, great job. 1 point for the ladies. Make some noise, ladies, for Annika. Yeah, see Bernie right there? How did you even see him? I would be so bad at this game. My wife says I'm not that observant, so I don't think I'd be good at this game. Why are you all laughing? That's not funny. That hurts my feelings. Amen. All right, next one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. How do you wait? Wait.
He's at 7.
So Annika says he's at 7. Is that right? Is that right? Wow. In the reflection of the water. Brandon, do you want to call for help? Sure? All right, Brandon, you can call one person up. You want me to pick? Kenyon, you don't want to come up with your friend Brandon? Come on, your friend Brandon. Make some noise for Kenyon. Because here's what I believe. Here's what I believe. Annika, I believe we can keep adding guys on this side, and you're still going to crush them. So that's why I'm doing this, okay? That's why I'm doing this. All right, are you all ready? 2-0, ladies. We have a problem. What's the problem?
That's cheating.
Annika, you saw all of them.
She cheated.
Wow. If I had Law and Order music, we'd cue it up right now.
That's why she was excited. She knew where they all were.
Yeah, you know what, gentlemen? We're gonna make this fair and square. Everyone, you need to yell, "Shame on you, Annika," on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Shame on you, Annika. Shame on you, Annika. We'll talk later. Jesus knows your heart. Man, Christian, where are you? The rails have fallen off tonight, Christian. All right, so I think we're going to keep going. And Kenyon, you are now no longer Brandon's comrade. You are now Brandon's opponent. So Kenyon, come on to this side. Make some noise for Kenyon. Man. The score is restart. Wouldn't that be awesome if I just made you down 2-0 already? No. Score is restart. Annika, I'm watching you. All right, next up, here we go. Oh my gosh, how can you even tell? Do you even know, or are you just saying there he is? I really don't know where he is. Do you think you see him?
Yeah, he's in 3.
He's in 3. Tech team is either. Oh, that's really good. I would have. Yeah, I would have been. I was looking at the people the whole time. Were you?
The black and white messed me up. I was looking for a blue mask.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was looking for the people the whole time. Kenyon, great job. 1-0, Kenyon. Tech team, what's our next one? Here we go. Oh man!
He's in 4.
I'm glad I moved. Where is he?
He's in 4.
He's in 4. Is he in 4? Yes, he is. Make some noise for Brandon. That got. I need to stand. I'm going to stand back here so I don't get run over. That was scary. All right. 1-1. Here's our next one. He's at Disney. I'm going to Disney World. Oh, that was Brandon by like a millisecond.
1.
Is Bernie? Oh, he's in the corner. He's like Zacchaeus in the tree, and then. And then Mickey looked at Zacchaeus, or Mickey looked at Bernie and said, "Bernie, come down from that tree." Anyways, all right, here we go. 2-1, Brandon. Next one. Oh, that was Kenyon that time. Oh my gosh, this is... Annika, come back up here. This is too scary without you up here.
5.
Kenyon says 5. Is he there? Oh! He's in the crowd. Look at him. All right, we got a tie game, 2-2. Tech team, how many more rounds do we have? We have 3 more rounds at least? 4, okay, we'll do 3 more rounds. That way we ensure there's no tie. 3 more rounds, all right, here we go. Next one now. Oh, gosh, be careful.
7.
Brandon says 7. Is he in 7? Where is he? Oh, yes, he is. Look right there. Look right there. All right, Brandon, taking a 3-2 lead. Y'all, time out. I didn't make this game. I just saw it. How funny would it be if they didn't put him in one of these? Like, how funny would that be? If whoever made this game didn't do that, shame on them, because it'd be funny. All right, here we go. Brandon's up 3-2. Brandon, you can clinch it with this one, or Kenyon, you can force one final round for the tiebreak. All right, here we go. Next one. Oh.
5.
Did you find him?
5.
Kenyon says 5. Is he in 5?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, he is. Hidden in the Eiffel Tower. Hidden in the Eiffel Tower. All right, here we go. Here we go. Final round. The suspense. It's there. For everything. What's our next one? Whoa, Kenyon.
3.
Kenyon says 3. Is he right? Kenyon is our champion.
Let's start at the bottom.
Brandon, you did. Give it up for Brandon. Give it up for Brandon. Brandon, you endured unfair competition to start out, rallied, and did a great job. Gentlemen, great job. Except you lost. Well, at least he didn't cheat, Annika. At least he did it fair and square. Wow. Give it up for our contestants one more time. Make some noise for them. Make some noise. So here's what I want you to do real quick, because there's only a few days left until February. And here's what happens in February that gets me all excited is the Super Bowl. Who's ready for the Super Bowl? Who's ready for the Super Bowl? Yeah. So here's real quick. Take 47 seconds, precisely 47, not 46, not 48, and yell at your neighbor who you think's going to win the Super Bowl and why. The Bucks or the Chiefs? Ready, set, go. I am thinking the Chiefs because I can't stand to see Tom Brady win one more Super Bowl. How's that sound? Is that fair? That's probably not very fair. Brandon, I'll root for the Bucks just for you. How about that? Just for you. But I'm not going to be happy if Tom Brady wins. I can't do it. Well, wait, when was the last Super Bowl? Oh, no, it was the Rams. He beat the Rams. Never mind. He beat the Rams recently. So here you go. We're going to dive into our lesson. But first, would you all pray with me? Is that fine? Would you pray with me? Let me pray for us. God, thank you so much for tonight. Thank you for ridiculous games that have Bernie Sanders hiding in the Eiffel Tower. God, thank you for this place. Thank you for the ability to connect with people online right now and later. And God, we're so thankful that you're here tonight. No matter where we're at, even if we're in this church or even if we're watching in our living room, God, thank you that you're there with us. God, tonight as we dive into this last part of our series, God, I pray that tonight that we would maybe view our relationship with you in a whole different way. God, that tonight maybe we would be able to see something that we haven't seen before. And God, that you would challenge us later to maybe stop something and start something new. God, it's in your name we pray. Amen. So I just said we got a few more days left in January. February's coming. I get excited about the Super Bowl, but also there's another event in February that I know that a lot of you are interested in. That is Valentine's Day. Now, here's how Valentine's Day goes. Are you ready? Valentine's Day are chances there's one of two extremes. Valentine's Day, you are either so excited for Valentine's Day. Raise your hand if you're so excited for Valentine's Day. Where are my people at? Like 3 of you. Okay, now here's the other extreme. This is going to get super popular. Or the other side is people who cannot stand Valentine's Day. Where are my cannot stand Valentine's Day people at? Excellent, there you are. There you are. I knew you were there. In middle school and high school, Valentine's Day can either be a really awesome thing or a really not so awesome thing. Like I can remember when I was in middle school or high school, and there was that one Valentine's Day, you know, like you've been through this, right? Where you're gearing up and you think you're going to have a Valentine, a special person in your life on that Valentine's Day. And then it just doesn't work out, right? Like you're anticipating it and they say no. I can remember one Valentine's Day being so in my feelings that I was sitting in my room listening to So Sick by Neo. Shoo! There we go, okay. I was expecting you to go, what? Don't Matter by Akon. Come on. And are you ready for this one? Icebox. Y'all know Icebox? Where's Alex? Alex, you know Icebox. I got this icebox where my heart used to be. Icebox where my heart used to be. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. I think Omarion, is that right? Somebody real quick Google who sings Icebox. Someone real quick Google it because this is gonna drive me crazy. It's not Neo. No, Neo's so sick. Omarion. Oh, come on. Don't test my early 2000s R&B. I got this. Yeah, Omarion. Look it up later. It's a great song. It's a great song if you're heartbroken. You can listen to it. Anyways, so Valentine's Day, it's all based around this one word. Are you ready? We're going to read it together. It's going to be on the screen. Ready, set, go. Relationships. Oh, that was weak. Read that word with me. 1, 2, 3. Relationships. Now here's the deal. Tonight, we are not going to talk about those kind of relationships, but quick plug. In the middle of February, we're going to have a relationship series that's going to be amazing. Whether you're dating right now, whether you're not dating at all, whether that's all you think about, whether you don't think about it at all, it's going to be incredible. So we're going to talk about those kind of relationships later. But for tonight, we're going to talk about a different kind of relationship. We're going to talk about our relationship with God. We're going to talk about our relationship with God. Now, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I know with this many people in the room, and I know with people watching online, we are all over the map when it comes to relationship with God. See, some of us, we feel really close to God, and we would say that we have an active relationship with Him, and we're doing things to try to grow that relationship deeper. There are others of us who might be like somewhere in the middle. Like we might be like, yeah, like sometimes I feel close to God, other times I don't, and I'm still not 100% sure. Some of us, we might be newer to church, and we might be like, yeah, I'm still not sure about this whole God thing at all. And so I feel really far away. Or maybe you feel like you've made mistakes and that you're never going to be able to be close to God again. Whatever the case may be, we all have different levels or different closeness of our relationships with God. But each of us have a relationship with God. And wherever you're at, this message is for you tonight. So this isn't just for those who are like, oh no, this is only for like if I have a good relationship with God. No, this is for everyone. So we've been in this series called Vibes. Say Vibes. There you go, say Vibes, yeah. So we've been in this series talking about God's presence and relationship with our emotions. And I know talking about emotions is a weird thing to like focus on, but it's been a really good few weeks. And here's the deal. When we talk about relationships, I think we can all agree there's one truth that I think when we think about it, it really does apply to all relationships that we have, whether it's with God or whether with our friends or with dating or whatever. And here it is, it's going to be on the screen. That relationships take time and intentionality. Those two things. That relationships take time and intentionality. Have you ever done, well, we're going to focus on time first. Have you ever done this exercise? I had to do it in college. Have you ever had to do an exercise where you had to map out your time or like map out something for 3 days or a week? Maybe it was the things that you ate. Maybe it was the activities you did. Maybe it was your screen time. You ever had to do that? Like how many times you pick up your phone? So I had to do this in college for my whole day. We did 4 days. And my professor said for a leadership class, he said, you need to write down every activity that you do. That means like I got up at 7:03 a.m. I ate breakfast at 7:10 a.m. I left my house at 7:27 a.m. You had to write down every single thing that we do. And here's what I discovered. I spend the most time on the things that I care about the most. Yeah, there were some days where I had to go to class, and so you have to do that, right? But then in my free time, I noticed I spend the most time on the things that I care about the most. And to grow a relationship with someone, it takes time. It takes intentional time, though. It doesn't just take time, it takes intentionality. That means doing things on purpose. So here's an example of what intentional time looks like. So Elisa and I, when we were dating, we would have this conversation where we'd go out to dinner, and I would be, we did long distance, so she was in Gainesville, so I'd drive up there. We'd go out to dinner, and I would have this habit where I'd be at dinner, but I'd be like on my phone too. And I'd be like looking at like the score of the football game, or I'd be like looking at an email or something like that. And then eventually Elisa was like, Taylor, I don't just want time with you. I want intentional time. I don't want just time like you're putting in the time and I'm there. I want you to intentionally be there. Like no phone, no distractions. Like you were invested, you're here. And I think that same kind of parallel, and she's absolutely right, that same kind of parallel is what God wants from us, that when we talk about growing our relationship with God, it takes time, it takes intentionality. It takes us to be present and be thinking about it, not focused on 5 million other things. And so when we dive into this idea of relationship, to know Him more, to grow closer to Him, to spend time and intentional time at that, What does that look like? What does it look like? So today we're going to look at a section of teaching that was actually from Jesus that talks about this very thing. Talks about this intentional time spent with God. And it talks about our relationship with him and what all this looks like. And so this is a long section of verses. So what I did is I broke it into a few parts. We're going to read it, and then we're going to talk about it. We're going to read it, and then we're going to talk about it, okay? So here's the first part. Here's how Jesus starts. And Jesus is talking about this idea of staying connected to God. Of valuing our relationship with him by staying connected to him. So here's what Jesus says. This is from John 15. He says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit. Well, every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I've spoken to you. Remain in me. Say remain. Say remain. Super important. We're going to come back to that word. Remain in me as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. For apart from me, you can do, what's that last word? Nothing. Apart from me, you can do nothing. So Jesus starts this out by explaining who's who in this analogy he's using. He's talking about how God the Father is the gardener, right, that can cut off branches. He's talking about how Jesus himself, that he is the vine, and that you and I and all of his followers are the branches. Now, if you didn't take an agricultural class in school, you might be really confused by this analogy. Like, what is he talking about? So here's a picture to help like get your mind around this, okay? Here's a picture. So you see like the what would be the trunk of the tree, right? Like in this example, that would be Jesus. Like he is the trunk of the tree, and then you see all the branches sticking out, coming out from the trunk. Those are us. We are the branches. And then you see that there's fruit there that comes off the branches. And in this example, those would be like the good and honorable things that we do, that we think, how we act. And so there's this analogy that Jesus is saying that if we stay connected to him, if the branches stay connected to the vine, if the branches stay connected to the trunk, they will bear fruit. But what happens if they don't? What happens if they don't stay connected? Well, Jesus sort of explains this a little bit, and I don't think you maybe need an agricultural class to know where this is going, right? So here Jesus continues. He says, if you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you remain in me, and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. This is to my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples. So Jesus, he has two pretty stark contrasts here, right? He talks about how branches that aren't connected to the vine, branches that aren't connected to the main source of life, that they're like thrown away, they like wither away. Have you ever like tried to plant something for a class, or maybe you took up gardening during the quarantine or whatever? Have you tried to plant something and it just like hasn't worked? And like your plant dies, or whatever you're growing just dies. You know what I'm talking about? Like it turns brown and just like it looks so dried up, it looks withered. That's what Jesus is saying. When we aren't connected to him, when we aren't connected to the vine, that we can get like that. We can just get so withered and dry. But then he says, if we stay connected to the vine, that we can bear much fruit. Here's what I want you to catch. That this isn't just a one-way relationship. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way relationship. That God, yes, he desires a relationship with us, but he's not just telling us to have a relationship with him and stay connected to him so that we just obey his commands and get nothing out of it. No. He's saying that if we stay connected with him, that he can give us life. That he gives us life. It's the same God that rose. The thing about this, the same Jesus that's teaching this is the same guy that helped blind people see. He helped lame people walk. He rose Lazarus from the dead. That same God says, remain in me and you will bear much fruit. And specifically, love. See, it all goes back to this. Check out how Jesus ends this teaching. As the Father has, what's that word? Loved. What's that word? Loved. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. If you keep my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commands and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command. See, remaining in God means remaining in his love. It's a relationship, yes, but it's bigger than just this one-way thing where we are commanded to do something to God. See, God bestows his love upon us when we remain in him. And here's the deal. It's not just a love for you. Yes, when we remain in him, God bestows his love upon you. His love becomes a part of your identity, where you are his beloved. But here's the deal. That's not all. It's not just a love for you to keep. It's a love for others as well. Did you catch this in here in Jesus' teaching? He says, if you keep my commands, and part of his commands are about loving others and showing other people that there is a loving God. So what Jesus is saying here is if we stay connected to God, if we remain in him and value the relationship and grow the relationship, that we will live a life of love. Not only living in our own identity as God's loved one, but as letting others know that they are loved too. If you don't hear anything else today, here's what I want you to hear. This is all this in a sentence. Are you ready? That a rhythm of relationship leads to a life of love. That a rhythm of relationship, when we value our relationship with God, when we remain in him, and we stay connected to the vine, it leads to a life of love. Not just love for us to hover over someone else or power for us to hover over someone else, but love and power for us to give freely, to help others find the same freedom that we've experienced. But here's the deal. It's up to us to find the rhythm of relationship. It's up to us to make it a priority because this is not automatic. Maintaining a relationship is not automatic. I've been, the past couple weeks, I've had the opportunity to be in a few Zoom calls with some old friends from high school. We're in the process of planning our 10-year high school reunion. Well, it's actually going to be our 11-year high school reunion because of COVID, but you get the idea. And so we've been in the process of planning this reunion, and during our Zoom calls, it's got me thinking about like all of the memories from high school. Like for real, being on the Zoom call with our other student government officers, I was just like, oh my gosh, I remember this project we did together, and I remember this memory that we had shared. And something cool and something not so cool happened to me. Something really cool happened where I just had this like nostalgia moment of like remembering all these things. But then something else hit me too. I started thinking about all the friends and all the memories and all the people that I would hang out with and talk to that I don't talk to anymore. I started thinking about all the friends and all the people we'd hang out with in our group, and I began to realize that like, man, I don't really talk to over half of them anymore. We're not that close. And here's the deal. I don't share that as like this awful regret that I had. I wish it was different, but here's what I realized. That the reason that we're all not connected anymore, maybe it has to do with the fact that I wasn't very intentional. That I didn't put the time in to keep that connection going, to keep that relationship up. And the same thing is true with our relationship with God. Except here's the difference. God doesn't walk away from you even when you walk away from him. That God's still there. And you can have a relationship with him, and you can dive into that relationship with him and begin to grow it starting now. Now, real quick, I want to give you 2 quick things that you can think about. 2 quick things that maybe you can apply to your life, like starting tonight or tomorrow morning, whenever this is. So here's the deal. Here's the first one. I think to make this happen, you need to stop to spend time with God. That there's something, or there's maybe an activity that you need to stop. There's a time that you need to take that's already scheduled, or maybe just even mindlessly scrolling during that time, that you need to stop to spend time with God. The church word for this, the church word for stopping to spend time with God, to stop from our work and spend time with him is called Sabbath. You might have heard that before. That's one thing that we value around here. Those of us on staff, we value taking a Sabbath. And here's the deal. The idea of Sabbath, the idea of stopping is countercultural. That means it's upside down from what our world would say, right? Because our world's all about like, well, work as hard as you can, like 7 days a week, go for it, and keep trying to climb the ladder. And what God says is something a little bit different. God says, yeah, work hard, but also rest harder and spend time with me harder. And so what is it that you might need to stop in order to spend time with God? It might be an activity. It might be something already on your schedule. But here's the deal, too. It might also be putting your phone on Do Not Disturb for 15 minutes so that you're not distracted by the constant messages that you're getting. Maybe it's finding alternatives to that time where you mindlessly scroll at night. Whatever it is, what's something you need to stop doing to spend time with God? And here's something else. Not only do you need to stop to spend time with God, but you need to start a rhythm of connecting with God. Yes, stop to spend time with him. Figure out what it is in your schedule, what it is in your life that you can do to stop and spend time with him, but also start a rhythm of connecting with him. Start a rhythm of connecting with God. Maybe that looks like downloading the Bible app and reading some devotional plans with your small group or with a friend or with your small group leader or whoever. Maybe that looks like downloading one of the many prayer apps that are out there that are really good, that can help you just be a little more intentional with how you pray. But what rhythm can you start that helps you connect with God? And here's why this matters. One last thing. Because when we individually can get this right, like when Taylor gets this right, and when you get this right, we collectively become better. Like this family, this group, Revolution, wherever you're at, and we become better when we can individually get this right. And we get a glimpse of this in the story of the early church. This is after Jesus was on this earth and rose up and went back to heaven. We get a glimpse of this in the early church. I want to read this section for you. You might have heard these verses before. They're pretty popular. But I want to point out one part of it. It says, all the believers devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship and to sharing in meals, including the Lord's Supper, it's communion, and to prayer. A deep sense of awe came over them all. And the apostles performed many miraculous signs and wonders. And all the believers met together in one place and shared everything they had. They sold their property and possessions and shared the money with those in need. They worshiped together at the temple each day, met in homes for the Lord's Supper, and shared their meals with great joy and generosity, all while praising God and enjoying the goodwill of all people. And each day, the Lord added to their fellowship those who were being saved. Isn't this just an incredible picture of what a community can look like? Like they're spending time with one another. They're sharing things with one another. They are so connected to one another. But don't miss how it all started. A lot of the time we look at like the beautiful part of this and we skip over the very first thing. But let me remind you what the very first thing that it said is. You can put it on the screen again, Eric. You can put the very first slide of that verse. All the believers devoted themselves. So where did it start? It started with each one of the people there. Each one of the people there saying, I am devoting myself to this. That I'm going to value this or I'm going to value these people. I'm going to value my relationship with God. And then collectively, they made something pretty amazing. So maybe it's not just for you. Maybe it's for the person next to you or the other people in this room, the other people that aren't here this week that you know of that come here. But what would it look like if we devoted ourselves to make this happen, to make this a reality, not just of heaven, but a reality on earth? So friends, a rhythm of relationship leads to a life of love. So would you pray for me as I close this out tonight? And as I'm praying, I want you to be thinking about those two things I told you. This stopping to spend time with God and starting a rhythm of relationship. And just right now, I just want you to look to God. And I want you to just ask him to maybe show you what that looks like for you. You don't have to do it out loud. Just do it quietly to yourself. But ask God. Say, God, I want you to show me what it is that I need to stop in order to spend time with you. That God, I want you to reveal to me what is a rhythm that you want me to start up. Maybe it's a more intentional prayer time. Maybe it's listening to better music. Maybe it's something of reading devotionals or talking to my small group leader about this. God, I want you to show me what it is right now. And God, I pray that as we're looking to you, that we know that we need help with this. God, our world has so many distractions right now. There's so many other things going on that, God, sometimes it's easy to lose track of our relationship with you, if we're being honest. Sometimes it's really tempting to move that to the bottom of the list. But God, I pray that right now, that you would help reveal to us where it is that you want to take us next. What it is that you want to have us stop in order to spend more time with you. And God, what's a rhythm that you want us to start in order to connect with you in a deeper way? God, we thank you that this relationship's not just a one-way deal, that you don't just command us to remain in you without anything else. God, that you promise us your love, that we can live a life of love when we are connected deeply with you. God, help us to live into the fact that we are your beloved. God, help us to live into that identity. It's in your name we pray. Amen. So real quick, look to your neighbor, point at him real quick, and say, you are God's beloved. Do it right now. 1, 2, 3. And then point to yourself. You're right. This is the fun one. Say, I am God's beloved. There you go. Yeah, I am God's beloved. So here's the deal, friends. Like I said, no worship tonight, but we can't wait for worship to be back next week. But I do have a few quick announcements. So first and foremost, if you're not following us already, follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us or subscribe to us on YouTube. What else? What else do we have? Oh, TikTok. I always forget TikTok. So follow us on TikTok. We are posting stuff. We would love to see you on there. And then I have a couple of fun announcements of stuff coming up, so be ready. Vibes Deep Dive starts this Tuesday. Say this Tuesday. Oh, that was weak. Say this Tuesday. There you go. This Tuesday online at 8 p.m. We're so excited to kick off Vibes Deep Dive. And here's the deal. If you've liked what we've been talking about the past few weeks, if you're interested in knowing more and diving more into this stuff, we are so excited to lead just a 4-week class diving deeper into some of this stuff. I'd highly, 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 highly encourage you to sign up. It's totally free. It's online at 8 o'clock, only for an hour. So it's going to be amazing. If you need the link to sign up, I can send it to you. It's also on the link in our bio on our Instagram. We can get it to you. We send it in a parent email. We're going to be sending out a lot more. But if you need the link to sign up, talk to me tonight. We'd love to get you. I can get you signed up actually tonight on my iPad. We can get you registered. It's going to be fantastic. So next announcement, I can't remember them off the top of my head. Oh, Youth Tech Open House. So here's the deal. To tell you this announcement, I have to tell you the big secret. Can you keep a secret? Okay, I wasn't going to tell you until next week, but I'll tell you now because I need to tell you for this announcement. We are going to be back up in the youth room on February 17th. Make some noise for that. Yeah, make some noise for that. And let me tell you, if you've not been up there, which I don't know why you would have been, or you would be sneaking up there, it has been fully upgraded, remodeled, to where we are going to have the ability like we do here to have cameras and like stuff on the screen and like stream online. We're going to have that ability upstairs. It is going to be amazing. But here's the deal. We need more people, more of you to help us with tech because we got a couple cameras that need to be operated. We got some sound, we got some lights, we got some lyrics and stuff. So here's the deal. If you are interested in being a part of our tech team or you're already a part of our youth tech team, we are having an open house on Sunday, February 7th at 12:30 p.m. We're going to provide lunch. Don't worry, we're going to give you lunch. But please talk to me or when Kyle's back, Kyle too. But talk to me tonight if you are interested in being there and being a part of our tech team. We could use you, and it's tons of fun. Tech team, how fun is it? Tell them how fun it is, tech team. That's all the endorsement you need. It's fun. Jackson Strode. See, that's it. It's that fun. So for real, we could use you. If you're interested in that, talk to me as well. One last announcement, I think this is the last one, is that we have a neighborhood send day. Love the 239 neighborhood send day happening Saturday, February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. So what better way to spend Valentine's Day weekend than not just loving your guy or your girl, but loving our community. So it's going to be 9 a.m. to noon. On Saturday, February 13th. Talk to your small group leader and see if you might be interested in serving as a small group Or if you and your family are interested in coming to serve, please do that as well. It's going to be an amazing day. The last one was incredible. We did it right before Christmas. We're going to do this one in just a few weekends. So sign up at lovethem239.com or talk to me. And I think that's all the announcements we got. Make some noise for our tech team, by the way. They did incredible tonight. Filling on short notice. They're incredible. Tech team, thank you. So here's what I need you to do now. We're going to say goodbye to our online friends. So on the count of 3, say goodbye online. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Goodbye online.